Not how that works. What are these sound effects about?
Don't forget, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy.
When strong, independent women don't need no man. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. Now let's get into it.
Help! We ran out of gas. Help! Hey. Do you know what kind of gas a McLaren takes?
The most expensive one they got.
Diesel?
How did some man trust these women to drive his McLaren? Are you kidding me, dude? This is just like financially irresponsible. You're probably never gonna see that car again.
Oh, this lady is pumping gas and she doesn't realize that it's not even connected to the handle, bro. It fell off. If she puts that in there and doesn't realize it, I'll lose my mind.
Oh, that's predicted.
Oh
No way, bro. No way. That is crazy, bruh.
For these, I really just don't understand. How do you go your entire adult life without knowing this? I just don't understand how that's even possible. That's some crazy levels of princess treatment, dude.
What happened to men paying bills for free?
The real question is, baby, why you so broke?
When the oil change goes wrong,
Don't forget, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy.
Oh boy, that is a no-no.
Men are so funny because they'll be like, we're biologically stronger. We're stronger than women.
Well, in point of fact, they are.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that one isn't saying that just to state the obvious. I'm sure that one has a point to make in regards to why one thinks that that is funny.
And then like one bad thing happens in their lives.
Oh, here we go. This little narrative.
Like, God forbid their parents get divorced when they're 12. Or like someone cheats on them and they're like, I'm actually never going to recover. Actually, that's my whole personality now. And actually, I'm going to be mean to everyone in my life because of what Rebecca did when we were 17. And I'm like, yes, you're so strong. You strong man.
Who else noticed that delectable little bit of irony in which that individual has apparently failed to notice the ever-increasing popularity over the years of many individuals, and that includes women as well as men, using an event or events in their lives that they consider to be traumatic and making it the entire focal point of their entire life, if not the basis of their personalities. But I understand that it is absolutely so much easier to focus on men in these cases because that is what is popular, as opposed to noticing that individuals, instead of trying to heal from their traumas and learn from them, are allowing them to fester and grow and are not being able to heal from them.
Is she trauma shaming? Like, is that what she's actually doing? What? Hey, you know how your parents split up and you got cheated on? Yeah, you little pussy. What are you talking about? How is this exclusively like a man thing? This is just a people thing. So she's basically saying that men are more emotionally weak than women. Dude, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, do this whole men versus women thing, man, it's just not going to end well. Basically, my entire channel is documenting how women can't handle emotions as well as men. And this, like, bro, I don't even want to like dunk on them. But just look in your personal life, okay? How many women do you know that hold grudges for decades, years and years and years? How many of them do you know? Like, just think about it for 2 seconds. How often do you see women crying on the internet? How often? I think men are much more likely to overcome trauma. They're much more likely to work through their past, or at least just get through it. And women are just more affected by things in general. But this is exactly why women need to be protected. They need to be protected from not facing these severe emotional traumas. Okay, this one is so easy. I don't really want to go down this rabbit hole anymore.
And the car fell and landed on my hand.
Decided I was going to treat myself to a McDonald's ice cream. And where do I end up? Here. Trying to change a tire that will not change. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. It's raining too, which is just awesome. So, fun times. And I'm in my pajamas. Yeah. This is what happens when you try and get an ice cream, when you give into your cravings, and you get a flat tire in the rain on a Wednesday night in your pajamas. Oh! How you going, Jess? Yeah, this is not working.
What's wrong? What is it? How I love being a woman.
This bitch is lost, oh, and I know Every time it snows and I have to wipe my windshields, I just keep having to convince myself that women's rights are worth it. Like, voting is cool. Freedom. It's just really cold.
It's just so funny. They love the glory of the independence and the boss babiness and all the props they get. But and then when it's time to actually be independent, it's, oh no, I'm not independent. I'm a trad wife now. That's who I am. It's always with the hypocrisy, bro.
Sitting out here struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth. No one is trying to help me.
But why should they? And why would they even want to? After all, women have been telling men over and over again to leave them alone. Women are independent. They don't need men. And now some are complaining when men are actually listening to them.
They don't make real men anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not all men, because there are good men out there.
That's a very good point. There are good men out there.
As a woman, like, you don't see men holding doors anymore. They don't help anymore. They rush and sit down on trains and buses before women and pregnant women and elderly are sitting down. It's just a hot mess out here. But
this really shouldn't come as a surprise. After all, isn't this what some women wanted? What modern feminism was pushing for? For women to be treated as equals to men, right? No special treatment needed. Don't need to hold open a door. Why help out? Women can do everything themselves just as good as men can. But now it seems some are complaining that they got exactly what they asked for.
And all of this is a consequence of feminism, of course. Basically, ever since feminism started, a lot of the traditional housewife, feminine gender roles that there were, a lot of women just decided, hey, no, we're not doing that anymore. Or at least just significantly decreased all of those skills. But really, all you see today is men just adjusting to that. And men have been adjusting to that for kind of a while. If I had to guess, maybe like 20 years, where I feel like men have finally started to wake up to this and they're realizing like, huh, well, she's not doing any of her roles. Why should I do any of mine? For the male-female dynamic in the common societal role, it would be something like men just holding open doors for women. It'd be helping something into her car, giving you your chair on the train or bus or something. And for women, a lot of their role would just be being pleasant to be around. Believe it or not, that's actually the comparison, okay? Why men were being chivalrous towards women was because they were the fairer sex. They were kind, they were sweet to be around. Because imagine you have this experience. This woman is struggling to put something in her car. You go over, pick it up, you push it in like that, whatever it is. And she goes, oh, thank you. You just made my day. She gives you a nice, bright, sweet smile and says, oh, thank you so much for doing that. That was so sweet of you to do that. Any man would be happy to do it just with that little bit of gratitude in exchange. But now it's not that at all. Now the man goes over, he puts it in the car and she says, oh, well, I could have done that. Okay. Thanks, I guess. That's the new exchange. And I'm not even saying that you shouldn't do this stuff. I do some of this stuff actually, but it should be an equal exchange, equal effort for equal gratitude.
Man, but there is no man in this household and things still need to get done. I've got my hammer in my nail. I'm not even tall enough. I'm gonna put a pair of heels on. The heels are on.
Whoa.
Let's try this again. I'm still not tall enough. What am I gonna do?
There's truly only one solution to this. It's to open up TikTok and complain about men. That's honestly the only thing she can do about it at this point. Jokes aside, this one isn't that bad actually.
I'm a strong, independent woman, but I am not ashamed to admit that I hate going to any kind of car repair shop without my husband.
I'm a strong, independent woman, but I need a man, so I'm not a strong, independent woman. Oh, headache. The headache is settling in. A simple man like myself can only take so much empowerment and independence.
Happened over the last couple of generations, but men don't help women. They don't offer to hold doors and things of that nature. And part of that obviously is because radical feminists, have said, if you hold the door for me, you're implying that I'm weak. So it's not like it's just the fault of men.
And think about when you go to a bar, who's supposed to buy women drinks? Men are. Do you see that as often as
like years and years ago. All costs.
I get all that, man. I have to protect
Even
her,
when
blah, blah,
girls are
blah.
fighting with each other, like, it is so ugly. It is the ugliest thing that there is men around and they're not doing anything.
But why do you think men don't do that anymore? Because they used to do that before, but why do you think they don't do that anymore? They stopped doing that.
Why do you think you're a man? You tell me.
First of all, good question. The reason I think, men, we don't do it anymore because you guys don't respect us anymore.
Okay.
Second, you guys don't need us anymore. I don't need a man. I'm a strong woman, independent. You're the independent, you're strong. What do you need me for? What do you complain to me not protecting when you already have everything that you want? I'm a boss. What do you need me for?
I half agree with what that guy is saying, but he said that women don't need a man. This is just false, okay? Men upkeep the entire infrastructure. So it's basically they inadvertently need men in their lives. But as far as like being in a relationship with a man, they don't necessarily need that. But as far as to keep your home running, to keep your apartment running, your car running, keeping your borders secure, giving you some level of security in society with the police, it is all upheld by men. If the men of basically any country just vanished like that, the women would be conquered so fast.
I'm just angry, like, that my husband left me. Like, he promised me. He promised me.
She got married and divorced in the same week.
I absolutely went into marriage knowing I was going to become a divorcee. There was no question in my mind. I knew at some point we would get divorced.
What?
The only question mark was when. I don't want to get married ever again. However, double divorcee is a term that I'm living for.
Huh? What a poisoned mind. Why does anyone think there is pride in getting a divorce? A divorce is a failure. That is what it is. You have failed. Dude, that whole clip is such a yikes. You got into the marriage knowing you would get divorced, and you just still did it. Yo, man. That is wild.
So I deleted Tinder, and I went to a coffee shop and sat there for an hour, and guess what happened?
Okay. Nothing.
Nothing. Rejected.
That was correct.
Try again tomorrow.
Good luck. Hope it goes good.
The divorce, I got $600,000. Yes.
Why?
That was part of our settlement, so I could have taken more, but I didn't.
It's an evil world we live in.
Okay, so you go in and...
Oh, she's...
Okay, so a couple of days ago, this post went
Literally
viral
using
because
the
it appears
gas.
that the woman is washing her car with gasoline. But am I the only one who thinks that she was doing this on purpose? Like, maybe it wasn't her car. Maybe it was a cheating ex's. Have we thought about this?
Okay, so you go
Dude,
in and
no
tell...
way.
Yeah, somebody's gonna go in and tell somebody.
That's absolutely wild.
Doing her whole car.
I think she's trying to get her car to grow. That's what I think it is. In the same way that you use a water can to grow plants, she wants the same thing to happen just to her car. It actually really makes sense, like if you actually think about it, but I think you just need like a Giga Chad brain to understand.
So my husband says to me last night that he'd really, really love it if when he came home from work, I was there at the door to greet him.
Okay, how'd you respond?
My first initial reaction to this was, so you're telling me you want me to be one of the 1950s wives who come to the door when you're back from work with some warm slippers and have some dinner ready at the table for you? That's what you're asking me to do? Obviously, that's not going to work. He looked at me and he explained something which actually made a lot of sense. He said he's not expecting any of that from me, but he did say the way that it makes him feel when I give him a really nice greeting, as opposed to what normally happens, which is he comes in through the door, I'm in the thick of it with the children, making dinner, rushing around, I do a quick hi babe, and I carry on with what I'm doing. He said it really makes such a difference for him, for his mindset, preparing him to be able to actually come into the battlefield, his words, the battlefield, and actually like work as a team to get through the whole dinner, bath, bed time routine. And I thought about it after my initial shock horror reaction, and I thought actually it's nothing on me if I take out 2 minutes when he gets home and just come give him a nice big hug, make him feel so special, and then we can get into it together. So I'm going to try it tonight when he comes home.
We'll see how it goes.
This is really not that bad. I mean, she was willing to listen to her man. Her man told her something very direct. He said, this is what I like. Although she did do it a little bit begrudgingly, which isn't like, you know, the best, because you want your woman to like naturally want to do that stuff. But she did still do it. So far, I'd say this is going pretty good, but we have a little bit more.
So for those of you wanting an update about how greeting my husband when he came home from work last night went, here it is. I actually thought it would be really funny and to get all the kids involved in this just for that day, just to see how it went. I told them all before, when I call you, when Daddy gets home, we're all going to rush outside. We'll start cheering, go, yay, Daddy's home, and then give him big hugs and see how his reaction was. So when my husband pulled up, I shouted for the kids, come on, let's go, Daddy's here, let's go. They were all so excited. And in the mad rush to get to the front door, one of my sons tripped over the dog. He then started crying. My daughter, who saw this, started laughing at him. They started arguing. The dog was barking. It was all chaos. So only a few of us made it outside. I explained to my husband what the plan was. We did all give him a hug, albeit a bit delayed. And the first thing he did was turn around to me. He goes, oh, that literally just made my day, even if it went a bit wrong. How can I help you? Bless him. And then, we basically worked together as a team, went through the whole dinner bath bedtime routine. And then in the evening, I got a nice foot rub, which was lovely. So it's all working out well.
Overall, like, kind of a W, actually. You know, you can kind of tell it's more along the lines of a, like, beta relationship, but still, it seems like both people are putting in effort. They're listening to each other. It's like, okay, pretty good, not that bad. And if we just boil this one down, what is the man actually looking for? What is he seeking? He is seeking appreciation and gratitude, okay? Because in this situation, it seems like she's a stay-at-home mom, for what it seems like. He comes home every day, he just wants to be greeted, right? But the core of it is wanting the hard work to be appreciated, and for her and the family to be grateful for the hard work. That is a huge core driver for men in general. Knowing that you are basically sacrificing your life, slaving away for the betterment of your family and your woman. Just knowing that they appreciate it will keep that man going. You can basically guarantee that. But this is something that you can just do more of. One of the greatest things that women can do for a man is just to make him feel like a king. And there are tons of different ways you can do that, of course. But of course, you as the man, you need to be respectable. You need to be worthy of the king treatment. Because if you're just sitting at home playing video games, eating Cheetos, all this stuff all day, that's not respectable. So overall, could it be better? Like, yeah, definitely. But there is effort there. So kind of a W. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress, and I'll see you later.
We are equal and we can do anything the men can do!